Hi guys, and welcome to World of Tanks with Control Freak. This is my first ever commentary video on YouTube, so please bear with me, and I do apologize in advance for any incoherence and stuttering you may experience during this replay, but I'll try to do my best, and in case I decide to continue making these videos, I hope I will get better. They do say that practice makes perfect. Well, here I am playing in my German Tier 5 light tank, the VK1602, aka the Leopard, the mini Leopard, not to be confused with the Tier 9 or 10 medium Leopards. So, what do you need to know about this light tank? Well, as the name implies, it is a light tank. It has practically no armor, so you are relying heavily on your stealth and your speed and maneuverability. And as it is true with every light tank, you do retain your full camo value even when on the move, so make use of that. And there's often it's more useful to keep moving than stopping and staying still, especially if there are enemies nearby. Well, at the start of the game we see a quite a brave enemy making a run for it, probably wanting to nail the artillery. Luckily he couldn't find it, and with the help from my teammates we are able to take him out. And I only take track damage. Yeah, about the gun is the same as in the Tier 4 German light tank, the famous Lux, the ultimate troll tank, as someone has called it. It is basically, well, of course there's several options, but in my opinion this is the only gun worthwhile installing on this machine. It's an autoloader with a quite nice penetration with the regular rounds. The reload is quite long, so you have to pick your fights carefully, and if you're not 100% sure you can take out the enemy with your full clip, you should be really careful when engaging the enemy. Well, what you can see me doing here in the beginning, I'm basically just circling around, trying to find an opening, and usually it's not really wise just to rush. You see that too often in these games, the suicide scouts that just rush head on to the enemy and get themselves killed, like in the first 15-30 seconds of the game. That's a total waste of everyone's time and your tank. So if you want to be of any use, please try to use your brain, and especially with this light tank, since you have no armor and very little HP, you really have to play it smart and be the opportunist. Well, here I spotted an opening, or I felt like now it's my time, and I make a rush for it along the riverside, and let's see what I can find. Maybe not so wise to knock down all those trees, but hey, I'm still learning. And we have found an enemy who is not paying attention. Let's see if we can get his attention by shooting him in the ass. I guess he's starting to notice that something is wrong, so we take cover behind the buildings. And here I try to break contact and re-stealth again, because I saw him going around that other building, keeping hard cover between me and himself, or me and him. And our teammates take him out. So there was no need to rush him. We got some damage on him, Now we set up behind this bush, let our binos activate, we see nothing, so we advance to the next bush. So it really pays off to be cautious in these tanks, especially as you can see I'm now all alone over here, so if I get caught without a way to escape, I am pretty much done. And yeah, as you can see from the minimap, the most of the enemy are cornered here in this northwest corner of the map. There are two guys that have made at least two who have made their way to the via the eastern flank to the south, but at the moment they're not my problem. And there the Panther just popped up. Let's hope that our teammates can deal with them. Here we are. I'm advancing cautiously, trying to spot something. It looks like everyone is behind the ridge line, but I have really no interest in rushing there, since there wouldn't be any backup to help me if I go over the ridge. Well, here we can just see the almighty bird, and we managed to connect few shells, even though this gun is not the most accurate in the game. I guess you probably already noticed that I've blacked out the or censored the game chat. As I'm sure you know, most often there is nothing really special going on in the game chat, just your regular rants and racial slurs and whatnot, so it's better to save you from it. And here we got a few nice hits on that French tank destroyer, and it looks like we just dodged a shell from the almighty bird. Keep in mind that artillery aims and reloads really fast, and especially against light armored targets like myself, it can be a formidable opponent. But now I feel like it's my time. It's time to rush in. The game is even. And here we find the bird, and this is quite a derp moment. I probably shouldn't have taken the damage, but hey, a ram kill is a ram kill. And you can actually do a little bit of ramming in this tank, since it weighs a little bit over 20 tons. So especially against the lighter tanks, just as the bird, you can take advantage of your speed and your weight advantage. Okay, so now we are being capped, and there's the Panther. And luckily I have a couple of teammates left, and I'm putting my hope on the KV-2 with this derp gun. Here I'm trying to find an angle, try to find a way to reset the cap. I see that I still have some time, but soon I will have to rush. But luckily the KV-2 is near. So there is no need to rush head on. If you can see that there is time. I believe at this point our lovely teammate in a T-150 was getting quite anxious and trying to encourage me to rush in and get myself killed, but I have no intention in doing that. But now the KV-2 has arrived, so now we can probably take out this guy with the help of some teamwork. So let's see if we can reset the cap. And there we managed to penetrate and reset the cap, so now we basically have all the time in the world to play with this guy, even though you should never play with your food. And here our teammate Panther rushes in. Let's see, boom, headshot, got himself killed. And you also saw me unloading a full clip at the front of that Panther and bouncing each and every shot. So even though the penetration is quite good, it's not magical. So you see me here loading the premium shells, And let's hope I can find a way to take this guy out. And I'm also taking fire from the artillery. The KV-2 got a nice hit, and boom! Well, that was a bit lucky. Ammo ruck is always nice, but we had his side, so the it wasn't really necessary with the premium ammo there. But hey, I had it loaded, and as I said earlier, the reload is quite long, so there was no point in changing the clip. Yeah, that was quite nice result. Could I have done that without the help of KV-2? Maybe, but it would have been quite touch and go stuff. So I don't know. Probably not. If I get extremely lucky, maybe. Well, here's the post-game stats. This was a mastery badge game. We got the Kamikaze medal, 1232 base experience, really nice, and made a nice little profit. So hey, this was it. I hope you liked it. Bye bye.